vibes, we got the strategy, do it all night, do it all day, no wasting time. We got the crew, get ready for the ride. We got them moves, got them vibes, we got the strategy, do it all night, do it all day, no wasting time. We got the crew, get ready for the ride. Get ready for the ride. Listen, yeah, future, flexing, east to the ground to the next thing. New brand flex, no resting. Ain't got no time for vexing. Energy, building, bases covered, no switching. No limitation, no ceiling. Make new space for the feeling. We got them moves, got them vibes. We got the strategy, do it all night, do it all day, no wasting time. We got the crew, get ready for the ride. We got them moves, got them vibes. We got the strategy, do it all night, do it all day, no wasting time. We got the crew, get ready for the ride. Get ready for the ride. Get set for the vibe unfolding. See life like an action sequence. Put it down, let the beat start rolling. Upload to the mainframe. I'm on the satellite holding in. I see my people stepping it up now. Download that, we go with it. We got them moves, got them vibes. We got the strategy, do it all night, do it all day, no wasting time. We got the crew, get ready for the ride. We got them moves, got them vibes. We got the strategy, do it all night, do it all day, no wasting time. We got the crew, get ready for the ride. We got them moves, got them vibes. We got the strategy, do it all night, do it all day, no wasting time. We got the crew, get ready for the ride. We got them moves, got them vibes. We got the strategy, do it all night, do it all day, no wasting time. We got the crew, get ready for the ride. Get ready for the ride.
Hello. Oh boy, that's loud. Hi. Um, welcome to the stream. I'm just gonna go ahead and turn the volume down just a wee bit on the microphone. Make that about 7. Yeah, that works. Hi, welcome. You may notice some things are different. Also, I don't want to start the stream with this incredibly stressful music. I'm just gonna skip that. Yeah, there we go. Let's listen to more Bomber Cyberpunk. Hi, welcome. Things are different around here. First of all, I just want to point out, Wiljo, you should be able to watch the stream now. And if you can't still, then I don't know what else to do, because I bought a Wi-Fi range extender connected with a Ethernet cable to my PC. So hopefully there's a better connection there. You still have lag outside of audio only? Damn. Yeah, like I said, I mean, I did basically all I could to make it as, like, you know, smooth as possible, but yeah, that's the one thing I did. Second elephant in the room that I want to point out is, I have captions now, in case I have any, like, audio issues where maybe the music's too loud, or like maybe the mic's too soft or something. You can still make out what I'm saying because I have captions on my stream now. You can also see the current song that's playing. Just a bunch of like updates to the like overlay of the stream. And yeah, one more thing that I want to point out too is you'll notice on the bottom right of the stream, there's a Ko-Fi link. That's right, I actually set up a Ko-Fi account. There's nothing on it, there's no incentives, there's like literally no goals or anything whatsoever. The only reason why I set that up is it's just a tip jar. If you want to throw me $1, it's there. There's no reason to, and you know, it's whatever, but it's there. It's fine. Just where do I put the peggle? Good question. Anyways, hi, welcome to stream. This is probably the most amount of viewers I've had on one of my streams at a time, so I'm a little nervous. But yeah, we're just gonna get right into it. You'll also notice that the model looks a little different. Also, it's been like, I want to say like 4 months. On your birthday, I'll give you $1. Thanks, man. My internet does not want to cooperate very well, but I want to show some support, my friend. Happy deving. Hell yeah. Thank you, Time Weirdo. Appreciate it. Welcome to stream. Yeah, we're not gonna do anything in engine. I just want to get a bunch of like animations done, because on the docket I have this sort of I guess I could pull it up here. I have this like combo tree of just like what I want the attacks to combo itself into. So you're not the only one with issues. Yeah, I don't know what else to do, because like I said, I have a range extender plugged in with an Ethernet cable, so I don't know, maybe it's a Spectrum thing? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so I have a combo tree here basically planned out. Basically the whole thing is you press the X button and you swing one direction, and you press the square button and you swing the other direction. And then you can use that to combo into each other. So I have quick attacks, I have the left and right swipe, and I have the up and down swipe for what combos into them. I just gotta make, let's see, 1, 2, oh boy, I want to scroll too far down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more animations. And hopefully we'll be able to get that done tonight. So, yeah. Is it not a settings thing? I don't know where in the settings I would go. So is it like buffering? Like where it'll go for a second and then stop? Because if that's the case, I could probably turn down the bitrate. That's probably something I'll have to mess with off stream. But But yeah, I could definitely turn down the bitrate if that's what's going on here. But yeah, without further ado, let's get started. We got 5 whole viewers. Wow, I am famous today. Okay, it stops for a bit and then goes. Gotcha. So I wonder if it is like a buffering thing. Yeah, I could definitely try and turn down the bitrate and see if, because like it looks fine on my end. Like I have like my stream open, and it looks smooth on my end. But yeah, I mean I can see what I can do. Yeah, we got some stressful music coming in the random playlist shuffle. Let's see if we can. You know what? Oh, we got some Pizza Tower. You know what? Let's listen to some Pizza Tower. Yeah. So, like I said, oh boy, don't want to show that off yet. That's a thing I've been working on. Don't worry about it. We have the left swipe and right swipe. So if you press square and then X, he goes seamlessly from the left swipe to the up swipe. So what I need to do is I need to plan out how it's going to seamlessly go from the left swipe to the left spin. So, are we messing with Dino Guy tonight? Dude, it's been so long since I've done one of these streams. I forget the bits that we have for these. Also, yeah, the model's different because I updated them off stream, and I did a whole bunch of stuff in engine off stream, but we're not doing anything in engine today. We're just making some animations. So let's get started. Where are you? Left swipe. So that's the starting pose, and then I need the ending frame when he's finished attacking, and then that's how he's going to seamlessly go into the spin attack. So yeah. So I'm just going to copy this pose. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll explain. So let me just get this set up real quick. Yeah, and then I'll explain what's going on there. We're not messing with him yet. So let me make a new action. Left spin. And then copy pose. I'm just gonna come back here, frame 1. Another animation. This one. There we go. Just clear everything out and paste that pose back in and set a keyframe. There we go. Being forgotten by the dev that made you so sad. Damn, so true. Let's just bring you back to the start here and do... So, yeah. I'll talk about that more once we actually bring these animations in engine. But, yeah. So I have a rough idea for what I want the other worlds to be. And I suppose now that I tweeted them out and made them public, I can talk about it more. There is going to be, and I'll explain all the context for this, you know, probably later, but there's going to be like a storybook world. Basically think like Winnie Pooh / minigame world, except it's going to have more substance and it's not going to be a minigame world. Yeah, so I have the party member laid out for that. I have a beast world where it's like a land, it's like a vast desert filled with beasts and monsters, and that's where Brog comes in. That's his name. That's, you know, his world. And then there's going to be a like futuristic cyber city world. That world and that party member is still in concept, but yeah. So that's like the 3 main worlds that I want to develop, and I have like a rough layout for them. I have like a you know, levels with like how vaguely I want them to look in engine. And we'll go over that probably on Tuesday. Is there a Waffle House in the oven? You know, I could put a Waffle House in Jimmy's world. By the way, if you're new here, this character is the protagonist. His name's Jimmy. He's a boy with a glass sword, and that's all you need to know for now. Oh yeah, it's because Jimmy basically just lives in the suburbs, so I could 100% put a Waffle House in his world. That'd be hilarious. So let's see how I want to do this. Yo, let's go. This foot needs to be planted. So I'm just trying to think about like what the momentum of this is going to be. So he swings left. And then he's gotta rotate around, he's gotta pivot around this foot. So this foot needs to stay here. So I'm thinking this next pose will be... We'll rotate his pelvis. Like a little spin. Yeah, this is the spin attack that we're working on here. So he's gonna kind of have to scooch over here. And I'll work on the root motion later. I'm just getting the poses down. So pelvis will be about here. I apologize if I don't have much to talk about. I just kind of like to, you know, get in the flow of doing this without really thinking about what I'm saying. I gotta accept myself more for just, you know, randomly babbling about nonsense during these streams. That's why I wanted to get back into it, was so I could get more used to doing this kind of thing. Because I've wanted to come back into doing game dev streams for a little while. But for one, I never really knew what I wanted to do in them, and also I never really knew like what I wanted my schedule to be for another thing. You can feed me topics if you want. I mean, otherwise I'm just gonna basically ramble about the first thing that comes into mind. That's basically how these streams go. Oh yeah, the Nintendo Direct. I did watch that. It was mostly, my opinions of that is basically, there's a lot of anime games. Yeah, kind of mid. There was a lot of, well, there's a lot of anime games. I mean, there's news about Mario Wonder, which is cool. Dude, I genuinely cannot wait for Mario Wonder. That game, look, I mean, it's the new 2D platformer Mario, which is what I'm expecting. But, God, the art style looks so good. F-Zero 99. I've actually been playing F-Zero 99, and I've been getting my my kick out of it. It's been a lot of fun. I don't know how long I'm going to keep playing it. Maybe I'll play it on stream at some point, but yeah, you know. F-Zero 99 is kind of fun. Alright, I just got to figure out, okay, I have his legs positioned. I think he's got to pivot on his toes, like this. I just got to figure out where I want to put the sword while he's in this position. I'll play it till I forget it exists, yeah. I mean, that's basically me with Tetris 99. Is I basically just kind of forgot it existed until F-Zero 99, and I'm like, oh yeah, they are doing that, aren't they? So, you know. It's a neat idea. I like the Nintendo's doing that, because, you know, we got Nintendo Switch Online to fulfill our needs of old games. So, you know. Now, I don't know if I still want him to be holding the sword two-handed in this moment. You know, I'm just going to keyframe what I have. And I just want to see how he gets in this position. Hype 1000 Year Door remake till I found out they removed the toad that was chill in Fire Emblem. Damn. I haven't played 1000 Year Door in a while. It's the only Paper Mario game I've actually played. And my god, it was so much fun. I really enjoyed it. I did beat that entire game, you know, when I was a kid, and it was a lot of fun. And I'm like, it's just genuinely like, because that was like right at the end too. It was like their big reveal was like, and finally, you know, Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. It's such like an out of the blue, like, thing for them to do, and I'm like, you know, sure, I'm down. Like, it is very random. Alright, so I need to disconnect this arm from the sword. Hey, we got some Miitopia going. Let's go. Where is it? Bone constraints, that's what it is. So, just gotta keyframe that. And over here, set the influence down to 0. Keyframe it. And then we can move the other hand. Yeah, there we go. Now we can freely move the other hand. Here we go. In the first town, there's a toad that says something like, "Hey, Mario, this game's super cool. It's called Fire Emblem." You know, I did forget about his existence. I mean, it's less I forgot, and I still... It's not that I remembered, it's that I still don't know about him. Maybe I just never encountered him. Like I said, I haven't played Thousand Year Door in a while. So damn, that's funny. I mean, now if they are gonna add him back, they gotta make it about like a newer game, right? So you gotta have a Toad that's like, hey Mario, check out this new game. It's called Super Mario Wonder. Have you ever heard of it? And then Mario goes, they made a video game out of me? Damn, that'd be impressive. Right, I don't know why the shoulder is... Oh, because it's like rotated weird. That's why. Paper Mario games lately have been kind of bad, and glad we're getting a return to form. Oh, definitely, yeah. Even if it is a remake, it's not like an original game. Because from what I know of the modern Paper Mario games, and I've never played Origami King, but from what I know, it's just they're like leaning all in on like the whole like, hey, look, it's Mario but paper. And look at, you know, oh, origami and stickers and painting? And they're like leaning more into that instead of like a more unique creative story. Alright, here we go. So we started the spin. I'm thinking the next pose... We'll have him pivot on his heel for this one. So we'll just get the foot in position. Get his knees in position here. It'd be funny if the only script changes, hey Mario, this game's super cool. It's called Fire Emblem Engage. Yeah, exactly. It's gotta be about a modern Fire Emblem. Alright, here we go. And then wha! Whatcha! Oh, his foot is standing off the ground there. Gotta fix that. Yeah, no, but I'm especially excited because of the fact that Thousand Year Door is the only Paper Mario game I've played. So it's like, cool, you're not gonna remake the original Paper Mario, you're not gonna remake Super Paper Mario. No, Thousand Year Door specifically is the one you're gonna remake. I just kind of find that hilarious. But no, I'm super excited. That's gonna be a lot of fun to come back to. Oh, we got some chill music. The more these streams go, the more you're gonna realize my music tastes. Is just, when I say my music taste is video game music, it's like, at this point, it's just all video game music. And like, nothing more. Because I'll have like some like really stressful tracks in my playlist, and then I'll have like stuff like this, where it's like, oh, you're in Frontier Village. There is a lot of Xenoblade music, so, you know, be excited about that. Alright, here we go. Now we got the elbow in place. Yeah, this is going to be the I'm gonna stab you pose. Yeah, the tonal whiplash of Xenoblade music, exactly. Which is why, you know, if I play Xenoblade 2, I definitely want to do it on stream. So I'm thinking like, oh, maybe that's a game I want to play in my own time, or like, you know, whatever. But like now that I have a stream schedule going, I'm like, no, I definitely want that to be a game to stream, because like, because of the fact that, you know, it's a long RPG, it'd be very fun to just have that be like a, even if we don't make any progress, have that just be a stream where, you know, we're just doing some level grinding, taking our minds off things, and just chilling in some Xenoblade. Best video game OST ever. I can't wait to hear it. I've heard some songs from that game, and it is an absolute banger. You know I've also listened to the OST of recently was Xenoblade X. They have some interesting choices for music. Like, they go absolutely hard, but the lyrics are so funny. Like, I can't remember off the top of my head, but like, I literally can't remember off the top of my head. I just remember the lyrics being very funny. But like, at the same time, it also goes hard as fuck. Also, sorry, I'm trying to swear less on this stream. I gotta remember that. We're not at Cole's Corner. We can't be as aggressive on here. Xenoblade 2 is a toss-up if someone's gonna love it or hate it. Gotcha. Is it? It's not connected in any way to Xenoblade 1, is it? Because, like, I hear that Xenoblade 2 is, like, its own thing, and then Xenoblade 3 is the one that, like, connects the games. Is that my understanding of it? Also, this pose looks kind of doofy, but I just want to see how we get... Okay, yeah, we're definitely going to have to fix some stuff here. So let's see. So he's pivoting. And, oh yeah, every now and then that'll come up in the chat. I think it's like every 30 minutes or so. In case you want to throw me a buck. There's no reason to. You literally don't have to. But, you know, it's there. Keep it a tight ship, yet the captain is swearing. Can't have that. Literally disrespecting the morality of his own ship. Terrible captain. There we go. Yeah, let's make this pose look a little bit, you know, more like a pose and less doofy. Alright, let's see. Yeah, because this isn't right. I guess the problem is I don't even know what I want this pose to be. I guess is the issue here. Up. Because we go... Like, this is the back-facing pose. And that looks fine. Because he goes from that, and he's, like, getting ready. And then he starts the swing from here. And then... I think... You know what? Let's make this pose, like, after he's finished swinging. I think that's what I want this pose to be. Because then I can mess with the frames in between and do all that jazz. So we'll have him go full tilt mode. And do that. So yeah, what else was in the direct? Not much that I'm all that excited for. I mean, there's that new Peach game coming out, which I might check out. If they have a demo, I might, you know, take a look at it. It looks cute. I like the idea that, you know, there's different power-ups per stage. Oh, guys, we're in Arsenal gear. Oh, it's so spooky. Oh god, the Colonel is freaking out on us. God, if I remembered the line that he says, I would absolutely recite it right now. But yeah, there's that new Peach game. And I don't remember much else. There we go. Let's see, what is it? I love when the purple stuffed worm from Flapjaw Space with the tuning fork does a... What is it? Does the rawhide on Harry Carry Rock. I need scissors, 61. Yeah, that's it. That's the line. That's the line. Almost got it. Oh yeah, Detective Pikachu. I forgot about that. I don't fully understand the concept of Detective Pikachu. It's just a murder mystery, but it's Pokemon. I mean, that's cool. That's cool and neat, I guess. I also don't understand why Pikachu has... I haven't played it, so I wouldn't know. Gotcha. I also don't understand why Pikachu has this, like, incredibly gruff accent for just this tiny man of a character. It's just so jarring and weird. Alright, let's see. How's that look? And then, yeah, these in between frames need some work. But yeah, no, that's the idea. At least the pivoting on the foot looks pretty normal. I see a Pokemon on screen, and I point and clap. Gotcha. Alright, let's fix these in between frames. Oh boy, yeah, because that's not right. That is not right at all. So we... Oh boy, that's the wrong one. That's it. That's knee, which we'll fix later. The other knee. I really gotta label these bones. I haven't been keeping the habit of labeling my bone. That's probably important. Oh yeah, we got some Omori. Let's go. He's holding in a pee. He has to pee really badly. He's just like, oh, gotta fight off the darkness. You really have to pee. There's no bathrooms in these other worlds. There we go. Alright, now where's his hand? I mean, there's his hand, but where's the control for his hand? Oh no. Why haven't I labeled my bones? My bones! Oh wait, oh this, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we found his hand. Alright, good. Panic over. We found his hand. Dino World, he got no toilet? No. You pee on a cactus. That's what you do in that world. Here we go. Let's have him lean forward a little bit. So at this point, he's got his sword in, like, probably off to the side like this. Can I kill the cactus? I mean, probably. There we go. Get some of that going. Also, I'm not worried if anything's like clipping through like his shirt and all that, and like these seams are janky. Cause I mean, like, this isn't the final model. I know I already redid this model from when we did it last time on stream, but now it's more like a model that actually makes sense. And then later, you know, once I'm doing final tweaks, I'll probably readjust it and fix things like the clipping and stuff like that. But that's later. Again, another like main reason for why I wanted to do these streams is to like kind of force myself to work on the core gameplay mechanics and not focus on, because like I've been the animation be out. Yeah, well that's the thing is, yeah, absolutely. Well, like if I change the model, I could use the same skeleton and just rig the skeleton up with the new model. So that, like, there's no problem there. But again, that's all later. Yeah. What's to do this? Because you want to tell a story. That's like a whole 90% of like my 10-page notes on this game is the story that I want to tell. So basically, yeah, that's the idea. But also, I have ideas for what I want the core gameplay mechanic to be. It's just tiny things like making all the animations, getting them into the engine, and like doing all that I've just been hesitant to do. What I was gonna say was, real quick, let me keyframe this and make sure it looks good. Oh yeah, that looks much better. I still have to mess with things like the length of the arm and all, but yeah. The focus I've been having when making this game recently has been, I am just gonna work on what I feel like working on, because I'm trying to avoid burnout as much as possible. And there was a few times that I've been burnt out, like here and there. I just wanted to be open to be like, I want to work on the like there's so much that I can work on, so I want to work on the things that I want to work on. And then when I need to work on the stuff I need to work on, then maybe later I'll be in a better mood to do so. And that just hasn't been the case recently. Yeah, exactly. Like, thinking of fight scenes is fun, but actually drawing them is not. Is the thing. And that's why I wanted to stream it, is because I wanted to make it more fun, you know? Have a chat I can engage with, and have some music going. Have some chill vibes. And yeah, so that's the basic idea. That's basically why I wanted to stream more of this. It's because I wanted to just basically get back into it. It's like, even if it looks terrible and janky, you know, I know that's stuff that I'm gonna fix later. Stuff I'm literally fixing now. But yeah, don't let me distract you. You are doing the opposite of distracting me. You are helping. I did not mean to do that. You are helping me stay motivated to do this. Because now I have people I can ramble my insane thoughts and ideas to. So, yeah, that's literally, like, if I thought y'all was a distraction, I would literally not be streaming this. Also, I just want it to be public what the process is. Of just, like, what, you know, what goes into doing stuff like this. Because it can be mind-numbing, and it could be frustrating, like, not knowing exactly what poses you want your characters to be in at certain times. Because you can, like, you know, key them out, or, like, draw them out, and be like, you know, this is the general idea for what I want the pose to be. But then when you're actually doing it, there's just so much more you gotta consider. And, you know, I just think it's fun to know what the process is like. I'm gonna keyframe this and see how that naturally blends it. So, okay. I think I'm gonna rotate this foot so it's facing this way. That looks more natural. Wish I could see the stream so I can make fun of the pose. Yeah, I don't know why. Next stream, because next stream I'm going to be doing is on Tuesday. Tuesday at 5. Tonight I'm just going for as long as I can finish these animations, or until I feel tired or hungry. Tuesday I'll be streaming from 5 to 7, specifically. So hopefully then, you know, I'll adjust the bit rate, because right now it's set to 6,000. Maybe I'll try 4,000. We'll see how that works. I'll have to see what Coldstream's bitrate is set at too, because if you could see Coldstream just fine, we're literally in the same apartment. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to see my stream. But you know, I think it might be a bitrate thing. I'll try that next. Yeah, Mr. Snake main streams are fine. That's what I'm saying. That's so weird. Alright, let's see. That does happen kind of fast. Alright, I think that's as good as it's gonna get. Let me work on this pose now. So this is with... He's facing directly forward. And he's doing... the forward... Like, you know, the sword's coming in front of him. So we'll do that next. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoying the stream. Hope you're enjoying the music. I have a public stream music playlist that I'm just basically... I've been building it over time to be like, this is the music that I want to play during stream. And it's not going to be this, you know, every stream. Sometimes I might have some, like, lo-fi going. Sometimes, you know... I'll find some other, you know, if I want to listen to a specific video game OST, I'll probably do that too. Spin attack Zelda style, it's gameplay wise, no. It's gonna look similar, but basically this attack is gonna come out when it's the second form of the combo. So you press square and you do a left swipe, and then you press square again, and you do a left spin. And I'm going to do the same thing for swinging right as well. I'm going to basically have, so you press X, you do a right swing, and then you press X again, and then you do a right spin. And then if you press like square and X, you do like a upswing attack, and so on. Sort of upbeat, not exactly. Because, again, this also is going to combo into another move. It's just another basic attack that, you know, you just have in the toolkit. Also, I think I just realized why the neck is being so funky. It's because it's being rotated incorrectly. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. All right, I'll probably have to fix that in the other poses as well. So, yeah, I'm just going to kind of rotate sword down. Maybe lean him forward a bit. Excuse me. Lean him forward a bit. Have his hand by his side like that. My mind, he's playing the Fire Emblem False Fates hero animation. That's kind of a spin attack. Gotcha. I mean, hey, it's probably better than what I'm doing here. No, it's fine. It looks janky now, but, oh, just you wait. It'll look good. Guys, it'll look good, I promise. You just have to believe me. Alright, and you can't forget, he's still looking forward. Y'all look janky. Life is janky. If you really think about it. Life is just a big janky mess. And that's all it is. Spin attack tier list? That could be fun. What characters all have a spin attack? Toon Link, S tier. Oh, you know, I did just remember his spin attack. Yeah, Toon Link is absolutely S tier. Or he just goes, Wah! As an absolute S tier spin attack. Corrin dash attack is funny. Is that the one where Corrin like flies forward and just like spins horizontally? That is a good one. That is a good spin attack. Yeah, like a drill. That is a very funny spin attack. Let me just see where I want this foot to be. Because this whole body's got to rotate and ease out of the move. So I'm thinking we'll kind of scooch him back over here. Oh, good. Fellas, I lost his hand. Oh, never mind. I found it. Found his hand, guys. We're good. Pokemon move Rapid Spin's fun. I'm trying to think if there's any games or characters do spin attacks that I know of. The only one I can think of is Ocarina of Time Link gets like a probably D tier. It's an okay spin attack, but it's just a single spin and like literally nothing more. Kind of a boring spin attack. Just to get him out of the way. Let's get his head to look normal here. There we go. Just gotta crack his neck into place here. Oh god. Looks like he's having a time. There we go. Ocarina of Link F didn't even stand out. Yeah, it's just we mocapped someone doing a spin with a sword, and that's it. There's no flair, there's no personality. Now, Ocarina of Time Young Link F tier, Adult Link D tier. I don't know. The fact that he's older makes it look a bit better, but like it still doesn't stand out. Oh, you know, Raiden, Metal Gear Solid 2, when he gets the katana, probably C tier, because again, that's another one of those where we just mocapped someone doing a spin with a sword, and like, that's it. But he puts his own, like, you know, little personality to it right at the end of the animation, when he brings the sword back up. I kind of like that one. Middle of the road, C tier. Sonic Spintash A tier. Yeah, because there's so much you could do with it. I mean, Sonic's just a spinny guy. Literally all he is. Alright, let's see. That's a good twist motion he's doing with his body there. Let's keyframe that. Let's see what that looks like. Tailspin Dash F tier, literally just a copy of Sonic. So true. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. Let's see what that looks like from above here. So this is a proper spin attack. Getting ready. There's the swing. Yeah, that looks good. Alright, we got something going here. It's great, bud. Thanks. Thank you, Wiljo, who cannot see the stream currently. I'll make sure it looks good from all angles. Reviewing it from the side. Ugh, okay. That's why you gotta view your animations from all angles, otherwise you'll notice things. Like that the elbow is out of place in this one. So we just gotta fix that here real quick. The joke is funnier each time I recycle it. So true. And one of these days I'm gonna forget that you're watching this in audio only mode, and I'm gonna be like, oh, thanks, dude. Oh, you really mean it? Oh, dude. It's nice to get praise every once in a while. And then afterwards, I'll be sad. Alright, yeah, this arm's definitely needs to be fixed here. I'm thinking the arm can pop out like that. Yeah, there we go. Now it's like he's throwing the sword at you. Like winding up for the pitch. Gonna literally yeet the sucker at you. There we go. And the neck is still wrong here, so we gotta fix that too. But I'm just gonna keyframe this. So on frame 8 here, yeah, that's the first frame where the neck is a little bit funky. So I'm just gonna fix that real quick. There we go. That's better. Oh, that's much better. How long is the animation? Good question, actually. Because all these attack animations are gonna be the exact same length. And the quick attacks are obviously going to be quicker. So, let's see. I have them set to be 30 frames. So that's the left and right swipe and the up and down swipe. They're all so 30 frames is going to be the animation length. The combo can't be too involved. Exactly, yeah. And the only reason why it's 30 frames is because the real animation ends at like 15 frames, and then the extra 15 is him getting back into his idle position. So if you do not continue the combo from this pose, then he goes back to his idle animation, basically. So that's the rest of the animation there. So it's really more like 15, like 10 to 15 frames ish. So, you know, pretty quick. And I know I have to adjust the timing of some of these as well. Zangief A tier, I have absolutely no idea who that character is. Alright, let's see. It look like, oh yeah, I gotta fix the neck here too. Let me just do that real quick. Still looking forward. It's like rotated. That just a bit. Oh yeah, there we go. That looks better. There we go. Also, apologies for the keyboard and mouse ASMR you might be hearing. I do have the mic kind of close to the keyboard and mouse. I'm not using the lav mics like we do for the Kingdom Hearts stream. I'm using I'm borrowing Cole's like desk mic. I'm using that for stream. Street Fighter Russian grab guy using Wreck-It Ralph scene despite not actually being a villain. Gotcha. Oh, you know, if we're talking fighting game characters, Kazuya's spin move in Smash where you do what is it? You hold the stick up and forward and you press A 4 times. That move, absolute A tier, specifically because of the fact that his legs and his torso face opposite directions during that spin sequence. So it's very funny. I give that an absolute A tier. A tier spin move. Literal Beyblade technique, so true. Alright, I think that looks good. Let's see. How we looking? Boom, boom, and then steps back into position here, uses his whole body to twist himself into this form here. I don't know why the foot's doing a weird thing. We could fix that real quick. There we go. Yeah, that's better. Alright, now I gotta do the easing out. We'll just do that real quick. I love the music in Metal Gear Solid. I really want to play those games again. I know the remake's coming out. You know, kind of funny story, I absolutely forgot completely about the Metal Gear Solid re-releases that they're doing. I think it's like October 14th they're doing that. So when I bought the PS3, I got the Metal Gear Solid Legacy Collection. Thinking like, oh yeah, because, you know, they're HD collections of the game. Literally oblivious to the fact that they're making an HD re-release on friggin' PC. So, you know, funny story there. Also funny story, the PS3 doesn't even work. I tested it at home and it's doing this weird thing where it, you know, lights up and glitches. You know, and then it freezes. Haven't fixed it yet. Still plan on, you know, probably selling it on eBay for parts. But you know, how many adventure games wanted to add a spin attack didn't because they didn't want to be seen as a Zelda clone. Gotcha. Yeah, PS3 is still bad, but you know, what can you do? it's a gamble when you buy a console from a convention like that, so, you know, I'm fully aware. Guys, we're in Basil's house. He's gonna show us his photo album, guys. It's gonna be nice and wholesome, and nothing bad's gonna happen, Smile. Yeah, that looks pretty decent. What good PS3 games aren't on PS4? Literally the only one I can think of is Metal Gear Solid 4. That's the only one. And assuming that we actually do get a part 2 to that part 1 of the Metal Gear Solid re-releases, I wonder if they will actually port Metal Gear Solid 4 onto PC. Because, like, if they do, that'd be incredible. Because, like, that was the sole reason I bought the PS3 in the first place, was so I could play that. And I still haven't even gotten the chance to play it yet because the PS3 broke on me. So, you know. Still, and I still plan on being as blind to that game as possible. I know the entirety of Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3. But not 4, and not 5 either. I have 5, and I might play it, you know. But yeah, the one I'm most excited for is Metal Gear Solid 4. Pixel Dungeon, the game the Scott the Woz song is from. Is that on PS3? I do not know that one. Are you talking about the Scott the Woz song that we always play at the start of the Kingdom Hearts streams? The Why Don't You Play Them? Is that the game he was referencing? I should watch more Scott the Wise. He's such a funny dude. Such a funny, wholesome dude. I just haven't watched him in a while. Oh, his end song. Oh, gotcha. Thank you. Also, that bot's posting more than I thought it would. I might have to lower the timer on that. Gotcha. Yeah. What kind of slides? But that's fine. I could probably make this foot do a thing too. There we go. Alright, let's see what that looks like. The game got deleted. Dang. Now that ain't a bad spin attack. Because there's a momentum to it. There's like, you know, it starts out slow, he's getting ready for the spin, and then whoocha, he just whips the sword over. Cool pixel. Is it like voxel style? I haven't played, like, I've literally never played any voxel-based games. Well, besides, if you count Minecraft, then that's probably the only one. But yeah, that style always fascinates me. Alright, that's good. So now we should probably speed this up. Because it is a little slow. I also wonder... So that's, yeah, that's the end frame for the left swipe. So I wonder if we can give the foot more of a sense that he's like picking it up to start the spin. I'm gonna do that real quick. So I'm just gonna be objective, rank your guy's spin attack. I will once I fix this real quick. Let's see. It's got a pretty good feel to it. Let's see, let me just... Yeah, you know? He's spinning. There's, you know... He starts off slow, he's building up speed, and then he whips the sword around, and then, you know... There's a dynamic stopping, you know? There's easing to it. I'd say... This is probably... I want to rank it lower than Ocarina of Time Link's spin attack. Because I still feel like there's some jank to it. But I don't know. Let me hide the bones real quick. Let's see it without the skeleton. He whips the sword and then he nay-nays the sword. It's true. Alright, you know what? Because I do like the way his body twists when he's done with the attack like that. So, you know what? If I were to give it a tier list ranking, I'd say that's a pretty high C, low B tier spin attack. You know? Like top of C, bottom of B tier, where I rank my spin attack. I'm impressed with what I saw at B tier. Hell yeah. I hope you're impressed with the black screen that you saw with the chat and me describing it to you. Alright. So now, don't worry, I didn't forget. I knew you were still listening in audio-only mode. You can't get me that easily. So now, you need to... I'm gonna just save this, and then pull this out. So you know what? I'm gonna push this down in the NLA stack. Then uncheck it. And we're just gonna basically reset everything. Turn on sword idle. Oh, I see. That's just the... Okay, gotcha. So how do the other attack animations end? Let's see. Okay, so it doesn't fully go back into the pose. But it just kind of like gives you the idea that he's going back in. So, okay. So we'll do that for this. No, you remember, hee, I did not for gore. Hee. Although in the captions it is actually spelling out for gore. Like it's thinking I'm saying the word like gore, like G-O-R-E. This is very funny. Absolutely base caption. So true. Why aren't you... Oh, is it because it's not... It's because it's not checked. Alright. So... Let's just... So, the idea is I want to make him step forward. And just kind of return to normal. So I'm just going to make the position for the end frame here. So this foot's going to be the one. Captions tier list. If you can name me pieces of media that have notable captions, you let me know. Or are we talking like captions design? So I have like the font and the color scheme to kind of match the rest of my stream or the words. So, you know, going based off that, then I'll put my captions in like a tier. Because they're easy to read. They're, you know, in all caps. And it's recognizing what I'm saying pretty well. So, you know. And they look aesthetically pleasing. So I'll say A tier. Not getting in the way of anything, you know. They're just there in case you need them. There's some pretty A tier captions. Alright, so... Where's my knee? I lost my knee. Where's my knee? There's my knee. Found my knee. I also like... When I say cuz, like the short form of because, it's actually spelling it out. Instead of C-A-U-S-E, it's spelling out C-U-Z. Like cuz. Which I think is also very hilarious. Alright, so let's see. He's gonna step forward with his foot like that. We're just gonna like twist his body back to normal. Kind of like that. Everything else basic as B tier captions. Triple S tier Fire Emblem Fates. Incredibly funny gowns of increasing discomfort. What? Groans of I read that completely wrong. Groans of increasing discomfort. Okay, I see. The only problem that I feel like I'm gonna have to be facing now is I need to get the root motion down as well. So that's something I'm probably gonna have to figure out as well. I probably should have figured that out before I started the animation, but learning experience. What this is all for, right? Oh, that's this elbow. Where's my hand? There we go. The villain gets hit with purifying magic and he groans. And the game captions that. Okay, I see. It's just... in the captions, is it just like asterisk groans asterisk? Or does it actually say in the captions like H-U-G-H-H-H-H or whatever? That'd be hilarious. Oh, it literally says groans of increasing discomfort. Okay. I get it now. That is even more hilarious. That is incredible. Just, I love when captions like go out of their way to describe in detail like the context of the situation. And just the way that it does it is just so hilarious. Let's see. Alright. Relax, buddy, on popping your shorts. There we go. Weird and funny localization quirks. Gotcha. Alright, there we go. Back to normal. Keyframe that. So... now we need to kind of transition him into it. Yeah, there's some like very funny like nonsense things when it comes to like localization in games. I know I think it was Metal Gear for the NES. Ryoma will wait patiently for his revenge for 25 turns. It's 25 turns of waiting patiently. You will wait patiently. You will not wait impatiently. That is against our orders. But yeah, in Metal Gear for the NES, you can get inside like a truck and it'll fast travel you to another location. Like you could sneak in like, you know, the cardboard box or whatever and get inside a truck and, you know, it puts you in a different location. And the way they localize it is when the truck starts to move, Snake goes and it appears on the bottom. It says, "Uh-oh, the truck have started to move." And then when one of the guards falls asleep, it goes, "He feel asleep." Like F-E-E-L. He feel asleep. Magneto's welcome to die is peak. Absolutely. Welcome to die. We have many amenities here. Please enjoy your stay. At Die Hotel. Oh, the foot's doing a weird thing again. Uh-oh. There we go. Alright. The thing I think I need to worry about now is how the foot lands in that pose. So, this foot right. Translating the game sounds like an interesting job. I agree. It also sounds like a lot of work. Especially because I was listening to someone play through the Ace Attorney games. And my god, the amount of work that they must have had to put in order to get the Japanese in-jokes and puns to work well for an English audience. Must have been an absolute challenge. The Spanish Pokemon translation is wild. Gotcha. Like, what exactly do they do? Very curious. Alright, so his foot still kind of slides, but we can, actually, I could get rid of this. And then, yeah, there we go. As far as you go, you can do that. Pat Friet, I'm in my element, so sure, why not? You can say that I'm free if it fulfills your happy desires. Also, hello Thor, and welcome to the stream. I'm doing some animations. We're talking about localization in video game. Why does it snap? Better than carrying Cole's channel while being chained to the desk. So true. Truer words have not been spoken. Okay, I'm just wondering why the foot is snapping the rotation like that. I'm gonna get rid of that. Okay, so it's doing why are you snap? Huh? Is it because of you? No? There are many different types of Spanish. For example, in some places, the word they use for bug means sexual organ where you're from. Now that is hilarious. That is very good. That is a good example of some funny localization. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna... There we go. And then... Just, yeah, there, no, that's better. Sexual organ type of Pokemon. My favorite Pokemon. There we go. That should be, oh boy, oh, it's doing the thing. So sometimes when you rotate bones, if you set them to their default position, to have a reference to work off of, it likes to do this thing where it rotates it in the completely wrong direction. So that means what I have to do is I have to go to the graph and fix the rotation on the W axis. And I think this is actually kind of easy. I just gotta adjust this so it actually looks like it's rotating correctly. And then just keyframe that. There we go. It is a little bit annoying. Sometimes, you know, fixing it can be pretty easy, otherwise it could be very difficult, but I was able to get it to work here, so we're good. Because if you don't know, rotation works based off of quaternions. So there is a X, Y, and Z axis, and also a W axis that determines the rotation of an object. So I don't know exactly how it works, but all I know is that it's a bunch of math to determine the rotation of an object. And sometimes that math likes to be a little funky. Oh boy. Like this, for example. Now this foot's doing the whole Z-axis thing. Okay, so it's just, like, dipping down like that. I just gotta, like... try, like, here. We'll see how that works. Oh boy. Oh boy. Sounds like a knowledge check? Kinda. Sounds like a... I just need to make sure I don't set the positions of these to their default positions. Otherwise, this kind of thing will happen. And I just gotta rotate it so it looks more normal. Like it's fourth dimension. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Literally working in the fourth dimension. Ugh, oh boy. Okay, we're gonna have to fix some of these keyframes here. You know what? Let me just get rid of these. And then let's see what we can work with here. So... I just need to readjust the position of the foot here. And I know this is especially going to be a nightmare because I have to work with getting the root motion to work as well. And I'll talk about that once I actually start doing it. But that is also a nightmare. Sometimes you could just fake it. So, like, even if it's rotating in the wrong direction, you could just have, like, one frame be the wrong direction, and then the next frame, it fixed itself. You could do shenanigans like that. But, you know. It is still mildly annoying. The fourth dimension is like, you know... There's this game that someone's either working on or came out recently called Fourth Dimensional Mini Golf. Where it's as it says on the tin, it's mini golf, but you have a fourth dimension to work with. And honestly, it looks like a lot of fun. I want to check it out at some point. Alright, so this is what I mean. This is the kind of shenanigans we're going to have to deal with here. So I'm just fixing it so it looks normal, even though it's technically not. And then it fixes itself on the next frame, so it looks natural. Even though it looks a little janky, that's just something I'm gonna have to fix here. Yeah, I'm sure that'll look better. I'm sure that'll look better once it's sped up, but yeah. Again, this is very janky. But we're working with what we got here. I'll see the trailer later. Yeah, he's been uploading, like, kind of a devlog for that game. And it looks very fascinating. I want to check it out. Alright. Yeah, that looks good. One last thing that I want to do before I move on is I just want to speed this up real quick. Oops, I want to get all the bones. And we'll just make it, let's say, 12 frames, and let's see what that looks like. So there's more time for easing, and then he gets back up. So let's see what that looks like. Looks alright. It's the audio-only thing on purpose so we don't see the jank? So true. You figured me out. Can't believe it. Well, it's specifically so you don't see the jank. Everyone else is fine. Everyone else can see all the jank. But it's you specifically. Nah, I'm messing. Yeah, rude. Alright, I think that's as good as we're gonna get. So, you know. We'll save this out. We'll push this down. And yeah, we got our left spin going, so now we can mark it off on this little flowchart here. Let me just open that up real quick. Left spin. Just copy paste that check mark. Boom. Done. Alright. Man, I am beat. No, we're gonna keep going. I want to try and see if I can finish these animations. Because, let's see, we have... we have the right spin to do. Maybe, you know... Because I don't know how long it's gonna take to do the right spin. So maybe I can just get away with doing that. And then on Tuesday we'll take these and put them in the engine. This sounds like burnout waiting to happen. This is why I've been putting off doing these attack animations, is just because there's so much to do. And there's all these like tiny little adjustments I have to make like everywhere. So yeah, it is very burnout inducing, but we're gonna get through it. We're gonna do it. And we're gonna get this done, because once this is done, then we could put them all in the engine, and then we could do the fun part, which is actually building the system for that. Clearly tired by now. It's fine. I'll be perfectly fine. I'm gonna do the right spin, and then I'll see how I'm feeling after that. I just gotta get these animations done. So that I'll have them for the actual game. And that's exactly why I wanted to stream it too, so that I could push myself to actually work on this. So, you know, again, it's fine. I will be right back for just a second. I am just gonna grab some water and then maybe like a snack. Maybe I'll make like a sandwich or something. So yeah, I will be right back. It shouldn't take me too long. I'm just gonna grab a quick snack and some water. And I'll be back shortly, so stay tuned. Okay, I'm back. I'm also gonna speak a little quieter because I think Cole went to bed and he's literally in the room next to me, so I'm gonna keep it down just a little bit. Also, I made a like a cold ham and cheese sandwich with a Pepsi on the side. It was very good. All right. So, right. I have to work on the root motion for this animation. So what I mean by that, don't we all have a toaster? I mean, I do. But for one thing, sometimes I like my bread to be soft. And for another, I didn't have time to heat up the ingredients. So that's what I'm working with. This is very good though. Right. So what I mean by root motion is it, like, while the animation is playing, I need to move the root bone forward so that it is in line with, so by moving the root bone, this is going to be the position of the character in the game. So if I were to just play this animation normally, he steps forward because that's what I animated him to do, but the root motion, or the root bone, is staying in one place. So all that's going to happen is he's going to do the animation where he steps forward, but the character's not actually going to move with the animation. So when the animation ends, he's just going to teleport back to where he originally started from. It is the bone that all the other bones are connected to. And in Unreal Engine, you can turn on enable root motion, and it will actually move the character based on where this bone is positioned. So I am just going to set that up real quick. It actually shouldn't be too hard. I just have to starts here. And then I just want it to move linearly. Probably till about here. So about there is when I want to put it. So unfortunately, the problem lies in the fact that when I move the root bone, since everything else is connected to it, it is going to move the model even farther forward. So I'm thinking I'll just do that, and then I'll hit Control-I to invert the selection, so I'm selecting everything except for the root bone. Well, before I do that, I'm just going to mark where the foot is planted, and then on frame 16, I'm going to take everything and then line it up. Just line up where the foot should be. So, is that right? Okay, yeah, that's right. So I think I just have to do this for every keyframe, which shouldn't be too hard. So if I keyframe it here. Right, so I have to... Alright, that's no problem. Does your game have a name yet? It does for now. It's called Light of the World. And... Okay, yeah, so I might have to make some adjustments. Yeah, so... Also, one more thing is I think I moved the root bone a little bit too far. I think I want this to actually be... Low is a wild acronym. I mean, fair. But also I was thinking the acronym could be like LOTW, kind of like Breath of the Wild, how it's acronymed like B, and then OT is lowercase, and then W is uppercase. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is, Yeah, light of the world only because, and I haven't really talked about much of what I want the story of the game to be yet, because I want there to be a stream or an Arsenal gear again. I want to discuss all of that in a future stream when I have it more locked and loaded. But yeah, it's just gonna be about there's like darkness in each world, you know, Kingdom Hearts style. And you know, Jimmy's gotta find the light in each of the worlds and also within himself. That's the most dumbed down, basic explanation of that possible. And again, the name might change too, so there's that as well. But it is very, very Kingdom Hearts. I'm well aware of that. But you know, that's kind of where this whole game, like the inspiration for this started, was to kind of spit in the face of Kingdom Hearts a little bit. Not spit in the face, but like to kind of be like, what if I made a Kingdom Hearts game? How, like, what can I do to like analyze that game's mechanics and not fix all its problems, but like see what I do to interpret them into something manageable, I guess. Yeah, you get it. What type of game? Well, like I said, it's very Kingdom Hearts but Pat. So it's like a hack and slash, you know, action adventure game where you go to 3 different worlds and stuff happens in each of those worlds. So the game starts, you know, prologue. You're I guess I can describe this, or yeah, describe this now, because why not? Killer Bean Part 2 Electric Boogaloo, exactly. Yeah, you know, that's why I made all my characters beans. Don't tell Wiljo I didn't actually make the characters beans. Yeah, they're all beans. That's the characters. Anyway, that's a dumb bit. Yeah, so the game starts prologue, you know, you're in your humble little hometown and, you know, everything's fine and dandy. And, you know, something happens where that motivates you to go on this grand adventure to other worlds. And, you know, you find out that other worlds exist and you, something motivates you and you go to other worlds. There's 3 other worlds, which I tweeted about 2 of them. And you could do stuff in those worlds, you can interact with the characters in those worlds, and then eventually, here's the fun part, late in the second half of the game, this is kind of to spit in the face of Kingdom Hearts, specifically about meddling. So that's why it was so funny when we were talking about meddling during our Kingdom Hearts stream earlier today. I want to take the characters out of their worlds and put them in other worlds. So that's why I have, you know, this really cutesy, you know, unicorn character and this world filled with beasts and monsters. I want to take the silly unicorn character and put her in the hellish beast world. I want to do that, and I want to make them have, like, interact with each other dynamically and have them, like, talk to each other and, you know, stuff like that. That's why I want to basically say, hey, you can make a game where characters from other worlds interact with each other. I just put him with the wrong foot. There we go. So yeah, that's the idea. And like I said, most of my notes is basically the story structure. There's a little bit on the actual gameplay, but again, that's why I wanted to do these streams, so I could focus more on that rather than, you know, doing idly wasting my time. I think that's good. Okay. Well, now I gotta move the root bone forward a little. But, yeah, things are looking pretty good so far. Do people worship or fear coffee makers in Bean World? See, that's just something you'll have to watch Killer Bean to find out. Isn't he making a Killer Bean, like, video game? I wonder how that's going. Completely forgot. I think, yeah. He's making, like, a Killer Bean video game. I forget if it's, like, a mobile game or what, but it looks very interesting, to say the least. So, you know. Alright, let's see. Oh yeah, these feet are sliding a little bit. There, oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Guy's mad talented. I agree. I don't know how big his team was when he made the Killer Bean movie, but there's some jank to it. But like, I also feel like he like leans into it really well, and yeah, he made something really good. Okay, so this looks good. The only problem is this foot is having a time. I think it's just this keyframe. Yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah, I think we did it. Alright, cool. So now the root bone is moving with the rest of the model there. The whole bean aesthetic cuts a lot from of jank from the movie, I feel. Yeah. Just the fact that they're all beans is like part of what makes it more silly, I think, and gives it more of like an excuse to lean into some of the shenanigans. It is very good. I gotta watch that movie again. It's such a good movie. Oh god, the ragdolls are hilarious. It's another thing too. Is the fact that he just relies on ragdolls is so hilarious. Okay, so I think we got this left spin going on pretty well. Yeah. There we go. Alright, perfect. Now we're done with the left spin, so now we can work on the right spin. I'm just going to take another bite of my sandwich real quick. Well, Joe, I will find a way to include ragdoll physics. See, I do want the enemies to actually have canned, like, you know, death animations. But, you know, I will try and find a way to include ragdoll physics in some form. Oh, you know, I just had a thought. Because I want the enemies to, you know, come up and attack you, and then you fight them. When you defeat them, it'd be so funny if they, like, because I want them to, like, kind of disappear in, like, a puff of smoke. Yeah, party member deaths. That'd be hilarious. But yeah, the way I want the death to work is I kind of want them to be like, oh, I got hit, and then they disappear into, like, a puff of darkness smoke or whatever. And then maybe they ragdoll before they disappear. That'd be hilarious. Are you going to bed, Thorn? Good night. Hope you thanks for coming by. I hope you enjoyed my insane ramblings for a little bit. Wind Waker. Basically, wait, do they actually? Yeah, do they ragdoll? I forget. Well, they do disappear in a puff of smoke. If that's what you're talking about, yeah. Oh, you know what I could do? I can make the player death animation a ragdoll. That'd be funny. Kind of like in Breath of the Wild. Because it's so funny in Breath of... Alright, you know what? Before I go on into my rambling state, I gotta get started on this animation here. But yeah, in Breath of the Wild, just... Especially when you fall off like a really tall cliff. Just him as it's going doo 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 as he's like tumbling down the mountain. This is so funny. Okay, hack, right, spin. So this post copied. Paste it, keyframe it, put you back to the start. This should be a little easier. Actually, you know what? I'm going to learn from my mistakes. I am going to do the root motion animation before I do the actual animation. That way it's not going to be as janky. Learn from my mistakes. Switch version of Mortal Kombat. I own Mortal Kombat 11 for the Switch. It's the time, and I know they're are they making a new one? If it was in the direct, I completely don't remember. All I know is that Mortal Kombat 11 for the Switch is an absolute time. So that's how that ends. So if the left spin is... Hold on, I have to... If the left spin has him swing from right to left, then the right spin has to go from left to right. So he's got to pivot on his left foot. Mortal Kombat 1 Switch version looks like a Wii port. Gotcha. Oh, we'll have to look at that. That sounds very hilarious. Alright, so... Right, I literally just said I would learn from my mistakes. I need to do the root motion animation first. I'm just gonna copy and paste the one I made for the left spin. I think that'll work. Just select that, select all the keyframes, copy, and we come down, go to the right spin, and then select that, paste. There we go. Perfect. Wonderful. Feeling making memes about it. That's awesome. Alright, so again, he's swinging starting from the back, and then he's swinging around and forward. So, I think first thing I gotta do is I gotta pick him up a little bit. So, let's move the pelvis up like that. And then we'll rotate, we'll pivot his foot on his toes first. So we'll have to move the foot over here, and I'll adjust it so it looks better. And then, yeah, that means I gotta move the pelvis. He whips it and then he nay-nays, but now it's mirrored. Exactly what has to happen. Oh my god, he is leaning. He is leaning so far forward. My goodness. And this animation doesn't even involve him holding the sword with both hands this time, so now I don't even have to mess with any of that nonsense. So there we go. So this leg has to be kicked back Just orient the pelvis correctly. He is right-handed. He's gonna use the sword in his right hand. To further separate him from famous video game character Link, Legend of Zelda. I always love having... because video game characters usually don't have a middle or last name, so I just love making it the name of the game they're from. Sans Undertale, Sora Kingdom Hearts, Link Legend of Zelda. I forget if I talked about that before, but it's very funny. So, oh god, we gotta fix you, buddy. Buddy, you are not looking so healthy. We gotta fix you. Not in Twilight Princess Wii version? Right. Yeah, he is right-handed in that. Well, not only is he right-handed, but the world is flipped. Which is, again, hilarious to me. Yeah. Dang. Didn't think about Twilight Princess. You could still make the Link comparisons. Thought of they thought of everything. Such a weird random thing that changed. Well, they changed it because, I mean, since the Wii had motion controls, you know, they wanted to make it so that since most people were right-handed, they'd feel more comfortable, you know, swinging the Wii remote as a sword, as Link swinging it in his right hand. The funny part comes in when they made the decision to just flip the whole world. Because it's like, you could have just stopped at, you know, just mirroring his it's not that hard to mirror an animation, especially for a big development team like Nintendo. Like, that's what I'm saying. It wouldn't be that hard to just... I could do that in Blender. I could just press A to select all the bones, and then I can right-click, and... well, I can copy the pose, and then there's literally an option here that says Paste X Flipped Pose. There's literally an option to mirror your pose. So I'm like... and instead they chose to just flip the entire world. Which is also funny, because that means they had to update every single, like, sign texture so that... well, first of all, they had to update the, like, the text on the sign so that instead of, like, go east to Kakariko Village, it's now they say go west. So it's not only that, but also textures with words on them need to be correct as well. It just feels like so much more work than they needed to. I don't know, that's why it's funny to me. Your team making the Wii version are huge fans of Mario Kart Mirror Mode. Well, see, they made, you know, when Ocarina of Time was released for the GameCube, they had the Master Quest edition, which flipped the entire world, like, on purpose to make it a different, like, gameplay experience. But, like, this is just normal Twilight Princess. So, you know. Also, I just realized I've been doing this on the wrong frame this whole time, but that's fine, because I can just scooch him up a bit. I copied the pose, and now I'll just paste on it. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's, okay, yep, that looks good. Yeah, in the Master Quest mode in Ocarina of Time, they actually do flip the world in that as well. Which I've never actually played, but it looks very fascinating. Sorry, take another bite out of my sandwich. But yeah. They in Hero Mode on the Wii U, they flipped it. That makes sense. But like again, I see why they would have done that on purpose. To So I just realized. Oh, okay. I see why. There we go. All right, so now I gotta. The animation was misaligned with the root bone for a bit, but we're good. We're good. Just gotta do that. Yeah, that looks better. So let's see. So yeah, that's his getting ready to spin pose. So on frame 16 is his I've done my spin attack pose. So now we will just move these back, get them into position. Have different dungeon designs? Yeah. I would love to play that. Wait. Don't they have Master Quest on Ocarina of Time 3D? So I was thinking like, oh, it's a shame that it's only in the GameCube version. Okay, yeah. I'll have to try that out at some point. Just to find an excuse to play Ocarina of Time again, because I definitely very much enjoyed that game. Yeah, tied to hero mode. With the extra damage, gotcha. Okay, let's see. How am I gonna do this? I think I need to literally rotate his foot like that. So that's where his foot's positioned. And then rotate his pelvis like that. Ocarina of Time to me is what Kingdom Hearts is to Mr. Snakebane? Really? Do you not like Ocarina of Time? I mean, I understand if I'm just nostalgic for it, but personally, I love the way... I love how it's segmented into, it's like separate dungeons. And it very much has like a theme that it's following. And I also enjoyed the whole time traveling thing too. Like, as a kid playing it, it's like a whole different game just like seeing, you know, young Link and adult Link, and they're two separate sections. But I mean, that's just me, and again, I might just be nostalgic for it. But yeah, is there anything specific? Is it like gameplay? Played it once, just didn't have a good time, just didn't vibe with you. I get that. N64 games, just in general, are very hit or miss. So I can completely understand that. Like, there's a lot of games released for the N64 that people are, like, very nostalgic for. But you play them again, and it's just, like... You just have a really bad time, because you always forget, like, how janky the gameplay could be. Yeah, and the big, empty Hyrule field. I absolutely understand that. Although I'm not entirely sure how you would be... I mean, I guess you just add more stuff to it. But, like... I don't know what they could have done to make Hyrule Field feel less empty. I guess just not make it as big would be the real answer. The dumb fit... You know, I was never a big fan of Ruta either. She always seemed like just an annoying character. When you meet her as young Link, and then later as adult Link, I mean, she gets a little... She's still arrogant, but, like, she's kind of less so as adult Link. But yeah, I agree, she is a very annoying character. Like, it just felt like there was no direction. felt so lost. I understand that, and it's also hard to when you're nostalgic for something, it's hard to see it from the eyes of someone that's may have like never experienced it before. Because you play a game so many times, you remember beat for beat exactly where everything is. Alright, so I at least got the character in this pose, so I'm just going to keyframe it and then work. But yeah, what was it? Oh yeah, just, yeah, it's hard to, like, I'm literally losing my train of thought. Oh my gosh. Like Link Between Worlds, you just know everything by heart. Yeah, exactly. I guess the whole point of where I was going with that is like when you're viewing something from the eyes of someone who really appreciates it, it's harder to find, flaws and stuff that's wrong with it, as opposed to someone with the eyes of someone who is expecting to absolutely hate it. So it's just a very fascinating discussion. Also, I think the music just stopped. Hold on, let me fix that real quick. Yeah, the music just absolutely just stopped. 1 second. There we go. Hey, we're at Basil's house. Basil's house again. He's gonna show us our photo album. A bias towards our favorites. I think that's what it is. So did I just forget completely what direction this man is spinning in? I just make sure. I think I just completely forgot what direction he's spinning in. Okay, so Pokemon Black's done nothing wrong. Yeah, I never played it, so I wouldn't know. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm just trying to get this animation in a way where he's like finished swinging. So this is like his like finished, he's twisting his body kind of pose. So I'm thinking gotta look something like that. Maybe we could scooch him over just a little bit. Remember, don't worry, I remember the direction now. We're good. We're back to we're back to cooking. We had a little bit of a grease fire, but we were able to put it out using some of the spare leftover flour from the pantry, and we are back to cooking. It's on the same stove, so it's very greasy and oily and not fun at all. But we are in fact cooking. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. If this wasn't fun, I wouldn't be doing this. Don't forget to breathe. Oh, almost forgot for a second. Thanks for the reminder. I'm not affiliate yet, but I should have that as a channel point redeem. Just be like, don't forget to breathe. Spend like 100 channel points to remind me to breathe. Alright, there we go. There we go. Now we're cooking. Yeah. What are points going to be called? I was thinking about this a little while ago. I was thinking because the default channel point logo is a circle. So I was thinking they could be like materials. I was thinking nodes. That's like the obvious answer. Um, it could be sandwiches. It could absolutely be sandwiches. But like, yeah. That is definitely a good question. That is something I'm going to have to ponder over more in the future. Because, yeah, the default, like symbol for a material in a game engine is like a sphere. So I was thinking of maybe calling them materials or something. It's like, you could spend 50 materials to tell me to drink water. Don't forget to drink water. Right, so we got the starting spin and the ending spin. Now we need to actually make him spin. So let's go ahead and do that. Frame 12. Let's make our boy spin. Make it spin. God, I hope I'm not being too loud for Cole. This is my first stream where I'm streaming this late at night. If I'm material rich, could I theoretically overhydrate you? Maybe. You know, I have a mini fridge in my room. It is almost 2 a.m. Dang. Yeah, these Saturday streams are just gonna go for as long as until I feel tired. So these are gonna be our longer streams, and then, you know, Tuesdays and Fridays it'll be more of a set time. But yeah, you're really going off the beaten path for this spin. Goodness. I could do the Patrick reference. You know the one. The one where he goes, "Who you calling Pinhead?" No, I know. You're talking about the one where I'm like, "Oh, is this the Krusty Krab?" No, this is Patrick. That's me. That's me they're talking about. I could make a channel point redemption where it's like 100 points to make me say the line, "No, this is Patrick," or like 200 points to make me do another random SpongeBob moment reference. That'd be very hilarious. And would drive up the content ratings even higher. Oh yeah! I forgot about that one. Oh boy, 3 a.m. Who wants a Krabby Patty at 3 in the morning? Oh boy, 3 a.m. The 3 a.m. or 2 a.m.? I thought it was 3 a.m. Oh well. Alright, I think we got it. Let's keyframe it and see how it looks. Right. I did forget the part where I need to... I got the spin down, I just need to make him do the attack. Pat, my brother in Christ, it's called a spin attack, not a spin. We started with 6, and none of them shaded sage? Huh? Question mark? None of them chatted since. Is that what you mean? Talking about viewers? Yeah, we started stream with a lot of viewers. I don't know what happened. I mean, it's fine. Maybe it just got too late. That's a reason why I want to like diversify my like time streaming. So you know, Saturdays audio only, turn them off. Dang. I hope they're not experiencing, you know, issues where they have to watch an audio. Again, I won't forget. I will try and adjust the bitrate for next stream, probably as soon as I'm done here. But yeah. Also, this isn't the correct direction he should be holding this. I think he needs to be. Yeah, like that. That's better. I mean, because Cole can see the stream. But I mean, that's fine because he's again living in the same building as. I want to offer promotion. Doge hype. Whoa, how crazy. I can't believe you'd want to do something like that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, please tell me more about that after I do that. Did I spell that right? After I ban you. I'll try telling me about your promotions now. Yeah, I know. It had to be done. I just, you know, I just don't want my channel to be promoted. I think that's what it is. I think I just want to live in a state of having only one viewer per stream. I think that's the play. That's the Chad move. Alright, I have to do the thing. I have to delete the keyframe and then re-add it again because the rotation is acting very... Oh boy. Just gotta break his wrist. Don't worry about it. There we go. Don't mind me, I'm just breaking a child's wrist. There we go. Alright, how's that look? It's still like snapping into place. I don't know. That's so weird. Why is it like not rotating until the very last frame? Is it like if I set it to constant and set it back to Bezier? Maybe with this keyframe. It's so weird doing that. So weird. Twitch is a weird platform, so hard to get traction. Sometimes you get some random guys watching you. I get that. But like the thing with Twitch is at least there's ways for smaller content creators to get attention to their channel. Because you have things like game categories and, you know, Twitch has ways of promoting your stream better than, See, I do not understand YouTube live streaming. Because there is absolutely zero way on YouTube for you to look up people who are live streaming. There's like absolutely no way to know, like to look up people who are live. It's just, you know, you search a thing and then it's just, you know, brings up a list of YouTube videos. But like, I don't know, do I put like hashtag live at the end or like, I don't know, because there's no like button or category for people who are live. It's like, it does, in that case, like no random person would ever find your channel if you're just streaming live on YouTube. It's like, they just search it, like, they're just like normal searches, but like that's so situational. Because you go to YouTube, well, for one thing, you go to YouTube to watch specific people, and then, you know, you're in the recommendations, like, tab on the side, and that's mostly how you find new people to watch. It's like, oh, you like this video? Here's a few more by other creators that are similar, or, like, based off your interests, and, like, that's how they do it. But, like, you can't apply that formula to people who are live, because that video is not gonna stay up. I mean, do they promote the VODs more than the actual live streams? It's just, yeah, and also because of that, it's just so hard to get traction. It's so weird. Whereas, like, at least Twitch is built for it. So I don't know. That's why, even though Twitch is doing some shenanigans, you know, every business and every company has some shenanigans that they do. You know, that's why I like streaming on Twitch. Starting out in content creation, like, yeah, I mean, that's just in general, but some sites are better at, like, promoting your channel more, because I know people who are live that have, like, a hype train get promoted to the front page more likely, because I know there's a like a category for that. Like, if you're just on the homepage of Twitch, you could scroll down and then it's like, join the hype train. Here's, you know, streams that have a hype train going. And they, you know, they have a category for like smaller streamers and, you know, streamers playing games that you followed on Twitch. Kick stream when? Yeah, soon. Just you wait. For Mixer. I didn't even know those sites existed. Alright, I'm gonna see if this fixes it. It's better. This is definitely better. I think we're working with this. Mixer paid Ninja an ungodly amount of money to stream there. That sounds familiar. Didn't he, like, decline the deal or something? Or did he actually stream on there? Genuinely curious. Alright, I think on frame 12 is gotta be when he's, like, facing this way. He took the deal. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Like, I don't know, that sounds familiar. Like, I don't know if, did he, like, actually stream, like, multiple times on there, or was it just, like, one single sponsored thing that he did, and then he just went back to doing Twitch? Literally infinite money cheat code. I mean, doesn't he already, like, even without that, doesn't he already have infinite money? That's what I assume rich people are like. They just have infinite money. Exclusive to them for like a year. Okay, so that's way longer than I thought it was. Dang. Alright then, you learn something new every day. So I got the first half of the spin animation looking pretty decent. And then it just falls apart by the second half. So that's what I'm gonna have to work on next, I think. If I had infinite money, you know, as a kid, you know, when I was asked that question, you know, if you had all the money in the world, what would you buy? I'd say things like, because I'm big into tech. I love new tech. I love, like, I'd love to learn how to build a PC because I've never done it before, but it looks very fascinating. The only problem with that is the parts are so goddamn expensive. I found Kamen Rider in America. Cool. But yeah, I'd love to, like, new tech stuff. But now that I'm an adult with responsibilities, the answer to that question would be, well, first I'd pay off my car, then I'd pay off my, you know, my credit, and, you know, I'd have some spare money for bills, like that kind of thing. Ugh, I'd buy a mortgage. Boring. So true. Absolute honk me moment. Alright, so we got the first half of the spin going pretty well. Take another bite of my sandwich and then we'll work on the second. Sorry about that. I'm eating with very white bread, so it is like sticking to the roof of my mouth very easily. Judging by your username, you're a huge sandwich fan, right? So true. Except, unironically, sandwiches are just good. I was given a lot of peanut butter as a kid, so I am a huge peanut butter fan. So, like, even nowadays, I'll make myself a nice peanut butter sandwich with either some honey or some jelly. And other times, when I just want to make something quick, I'll make, you know, ham and cheese. Absolute classic. Yeah, sandwiches are just good. They're very versatile. And they accomplish a lot. They are very practical. So true. But, like, out of all, like, the practical foods out there, sandwiches just taste the best. Because, like, you know, you can make, like, some eggs as, like, a practical, like, I'm rushing to get to work kind of meal. But, like, eggs are just eggs, you know, they taste like eggs. There's not really much to them. Whereas a sandwich, and I understand you could do a lot with eggs, but at the end of the day, they still taste like eggs. Let's be real. With sandwiches, there's just so much variety. So true. You got peanut butter and jelly, you got ham and cheese, you got friggin' tuna. You got them all. You got BLTs. Ah, I love a good BLT. So true, bestie. So true. I know there's a couple of good sandwich places around here that I would absolutely love to try out at some point. I know a couple months ago I tried Jimmy, I think, yeah, it was Jimmy John's for the first time, because I've always, like, back when I was still living in my old house, we just had a Subway that was just close by and right there. And so that was just, like, my default sandwich place that I would just go to. So I never really tried any other places. And recently I tried Jimmy John's. Their sandwiches are so freaking delicious. I just love a good sandwich place that can make, like, a really good BLT. It was like a very hillbilly restaurant. I get that. I think at one point I did try Jimmy John's, and it wasn't that great. Because, like, you know, the sandwich was, like, very crummy, and some parts of it were, like, burnt. But after trying it again, it could be pretty, you know, it could be pretty good. Alright, let's see. It does vary. I do agree with you there. But yeah. I think I just gotta fix the arm. Gotta fix the knees real quick. Maybe one of these streams I should do, like, so on Friday will be, like, maybe I'll do game dev. Maybe I'll do, like, a random game stream. I could free that up to do, like, a tier list stream at some point. 'Cause now I'm just thinking, like, yo, I could totally make, like, a sandwich tier list right now. BLT is absolute S tier sandwich BLTs. Because, you know, you can't mess those up. It's bacon, lettuce, tomato, and sometimes mayo, and sometimes mayo. Like, no matter what, you cannot mess up a BLT. Peanut butter jelly, probably god tier sandwich. I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge peanut butter fan. And some people, like, not that they're allergic to peanut butter, but some people absolutely hate it. And I don't know what it is. If they think it just tastes like bitter or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I just love to analyze that. Anyway, yeah, I could do a spin attack tier list. Subway workers will find a way. They'll always find a way. So true. That's why more recently I've been enjoying getting like wraps from Subway more than sandwiches. Because Subway is prime example of we're just going to use the crummiest bread possible. But yeah. Let's see. That looks better. It's here. Subway sell pizzas in Ohio. They do. I tried it once and it wasn't bad. It's one of those like pan pizzas. So it's kind of small. It's a I can't describe the size of it because it's been a while since I've had it, but I remember it not being too bad. Like, I remember it not being like, you know, the best pizza in the world, but you know, for Subway pizza it wasn't bad from what I remember. That's so weird to think about. Yeah, I get that. Oh, that is just one frame. Yeah, that's something I'm... Let's see. Okay, yeah, so this frame 13 doesn't even need to. Oh, okay. I think I see why that... So why... Okay, you know what? We're gonna do some live Googling. I need to figure out... Actually, what if I get rid of things? All that... Oh boy, 2 a.m. SpongeBob. Who wants make animations at 2 in the morning? Oh boy, 2 a.m. What's the damage? I feel fine. Because I normally work third shift anyway. This is just what I'm used to. You don't have to stay for the whole stream if you're feeling tired. I mean, I appreciate your presence, but, you know, take care of yourself if you need to, you know, get some sleep. Literal night owl. It's true. And working third shift has been very nice. All right, before I talk about another tangent, I need to Google something real quick. I need to look up why... All right, Blender animation. Bone snapping into place. I don't know if that's gonna get me any results, but okay. Yeah, no, I got nothing. I got no results from that. You're feeling good? That's good. Again, yeah, just don't forget to take care of yourself if you need to. Mortal Kombat fatalities is what you're gonna get. This is literally the only Google result. So what I'm trying to figure out is... Or wait, oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, so it's like the rotation just snaps into place, even though nothing is telling it to. I think, you know, I think this is just something I'm gonna have to work with. I think this is honestly just gonna have to work around this. Oh boy. Like talking about W-axis related things. No, it's just like I'm rotating the bones. So let's say, for example, like on frame 10, he's like facing one way, and then on frame 20, he's facing another way. What'll happen is it will move the bones linearly to that place, but it like won't rotate them until the very last frame. Now I'm working at a much smaller scale. I'm only working from frame 12 to frame 14. So it's something I can work around. But it's very weird. Visit Node Sandwich's Ko-Fi page at this link. No. I will not. I will not clink the link, Mr. Bister. Alright, yeah, I think I just gotta pose him better. I think that's the idea here. I literally forgot what we were talking about before. So I'm just gonna carry on. You got TV. I don't really watch TV that much. I know about it like every morning or so if I'm still awake. I'll catch Cole watching Law and Order SVU. And it's fine. It's a decent show. It's the show my dad used to watch when I was a kid. It's fine. Queso Cerrado, yeah. I remember you talking about that. I still have to look that up to see what that's about. But yeah. Let's see, does this look any better? It does. Yeah, that looks... It is still kind of snapping, but again, it's something I'm gonna have to work with. It shows insane, yeah. Until I see it for myself, I still wager that NCIS is a very insane crime thriller. But that just means I'll have to check it out. Judge Judy for crazy people? Gotcha. But yeah. We've been watching for this month's like quote unquote movie month theme. Every Friday we've been watching like early 2000s like Pixar animated movies. It's in Spanish, I gotcha. But yeah, we've been watching early 2000s Pixar animated movies because a couple months ago we finished watching Disney in-house studios like early 2000s animated movies. So we just watched The Incredibles yesterday. And it was good. It wasn't that bad. That was last month. Well, 2 months ago was Disney in-house animation, like animated movies. Like early 2000s animated, specifically. It's very niche. But it's not Renaissance Disney, but it's not like mid, it's like early 2000s. So for example, we watched Treasure Planet and Princess and the Frog, all that stuff. But it was a very forced it was good. No, it was good. Just I mean, I'm an adult now. I'm not a kid, so you know, I probably wouldn't get as much out of watching something like that, but you know, it was a good movie. Just like it wasn't like cringy, I guess. It was very fun, even for like an adult. That's just how words are hard. That's just what they advertise to. Well, it's not just babies, but it's family. No, it's family movie. But yeah. Oh, that looks much better. I agree. Words are hard. So true. But yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. I don't have much more to say on that matter. So yeah, we watched The Incredibles, we watched Finding Nemo, and we watched Monsters, Inc. They're all very similar in that I believe Pixar really knows how to tell a good story and incorporate it with a theme without it feeling too, like, jarring. So, like, they have a theme and they have a story they want to tell. And they know just how they want to tell the story that incorporates it with the theme really well without it being too leaning towards one side of, like, we're gonna look at the funny theme. Isn't it funny how the characters are like this? They don't lean so hard into that, and they focus more on making them actual characters. So I think is a problem with, like, I've been seeing this forever. I could speak on their curality. Gotcha. Coco's favorite Pixar movie. I've never seen Coco. I know. Yeah, I know. They're still pumping out some bangers. Even modern Pixar's, like, they still know what they're doing when it comes to stuff like that. I just haven't seen a lot of modern day Pixar movies, at least recently. But yeah, I did find myself genuinely, you know, having fun and enjoying them. So yeah, last month was, we were finishing up Star Wars, so that's why, you know, otherwise we would have done those movies back to back. But yeah, Luca was very cute, like how Low Stakes and Chill it was. Sometimes you just need a movie like that. Sometimes you just need a movie that's just low stakes, it's just a cute movie. You know, without it feeling too like, alright, just get to the point already. But yeah, I need to make his pose look better. Just gonna, okay, yeah, there we go. Now I can. I'm just gonna lean him back a little more. Or you mean mid-wars? So true, especially since last month was the watching of the sequels. And yes, indeed, they were very mid. Like episode 8 was the one, and I know we talked about this already, but episode 8 was the one that stood out the most as, like, it's very clearly the best of the sequels, and then it just goes back into nonsense. I defend Last Jedi, a movie so overhated. Last Jedi... Was that episode 8? I forget. Episode 8 wasn't bad. So episode 8. I enjoyed where they went with episode 8, especially the scene where they're on the battlefield and they're, you know, Kylo Ren's just laying down all his artillery onto him. And then, you know, he's like, why won't he die? And then they fight him. And then just that reveal that he's, you know, force projecting himself all to waste his time. It's just, it was done so well. Definitely your favorite Star Wars movie. Just like full stop. Even out of the, like, the original trilogy and the prequels too. Gotcha. I wouldn't go that far, but I genuinely enjoyed Last Jedi. I think because I know Cole tweeted out the rankings that we did for each movie, but I don't know if I ever actually talked about it like on stream. I think that episode 4 is like if you want to recommend Star Wars to someone, that's the definitive movie that you have them watch. And then episode 5 just adds on to that, and then episode 6 adds on to that. So they both ranked it in the exact same place. That is very funny. But yeah, so because of that, I think episode 6 is probably my favorite Star Wars movie. Like 7th or 8th place. Yeah, that makes sense. Because it was very good, but I think it was just the context of everything around it and what the sequels did that just made it rank lower. Episode 6 is, I forget the title of it, but it's the one where it's like the final battle with Darth Vader. Yeah. It's the finale of the original trilogy. I just, with the context of everything else around it and how it incorporated that into the movie, I just thought it was just really well. Boba Fett death, exactly. Oh yeah, I forgot they like toss him into the pit. It was very good. To the pit. Just trying to see. A little janky, but it works. Now I just gotta make the easing out animation. They sold out Leia at the start, that's right, yeah. Looks good. I don't see anything, I don't see any weirdness. It's a little shaky here. I'm wondering if I can... Okay, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna fix this real quick. It's a little shaky here. I just gotta move the pelvis over a little bit. Have those annoying bear things, the Ewoks. I didn't mind... You know, I don't mind the Ewoks. What? I was gonna say I didn't mind the Ewoks as much as I minded the Porgs from I think that was it was episode. It just like in general when they're on the when they're on Luke's planet in the sequels. I don't know if it's just because of the context around them. You think Porgs are better than Ewoks? I mean, they're cute. They're definitely very cute. I do agree with you there. I think the problem only lies in their context. Because I know that the context for the reason why the Porgs exist in the first place is because they couldn't relocate the rare penguins that lived naturally on that island. So they had to CGI over them with their own creature. They're not in the movie that much. I don't remember how much the Ewoks were in. Like, how much they capitalized on the Ewoks. All I know is that, for some reason, at the end of episode 9, when everyone's, like, you know, cheering, they're like, yeah, we did it, we beat Palpatine. They just randomly show the moon planet with the Ewoks again, and it's like... Are you just doing that to get attention, or what? At least I think so. I could be wrong. There's some Star Wars thing where they just like brought back. I like them so much more now. Oh, because of the context. At least that's what Cole told me. But yeah, apparently there were like rare penguins living on that island, and they couldn't relocate them. So they CGI'd over them with the porgs, and that's why they exist. So yeah. Let's see, does that look... Oh yeah, that looks better. That looks better. You can just move the foot a little. But yeah, when Nicole was telling me that, I thought that was a very funny detail. Alright, I think that looks good. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, and then we watched Solo: A Star Wars Story. That's fine. Luke ate the green alien uddermilk. How could you not love the movie? So true. But yeah, after we were done with the sequels, we watched we watched in air quotes Solo: A Star Wars Story. And we stopped halfway through. It was fine. Yeah, I definitely agree. It is a movie that exists. It's very. I think my main problem with Solo lies in the fact that it's very formulaic, and how it's like, this is just, we're just gonna make another action movie, but now it's Star Wars, and it's like, oh, this is where Han Solo came from, and this is how he met Chewie, and it's like, it's fine. We stopped at the point where they were going to do the well, we stopped at the point where he bought the Millennium Falcon from the dude. It's like they did the big reveal that it's like, oh look guys, it's the Millennium Falcon, and then we stopped watching. I miss when getting new Marvel Star Wars content was rare. I mean, yeah, because then it felt like, you know, like something special. Like, whoa, we're actually getting, yeah, it was more meaningful. It's like, whoa, we're actually getting some new Star Wars stuff. Let's go. And now it's, we can milk it for as much as it's worth. Which is very sad, because it's been a while since I have seen the original trilogy, and I have never seen the prequels before, you know, watching it through with Cole. And nowadays they hold up really well. Like, they're such good movies. And then, as you know, as time went on, it just, you know, content just dipped very low. The quality of the content, not the quantity of the content, obviously. It does look a little weird. Maybe this is twisting just a... Maybe I can... There we go. Watched the original trilogy for the first time right before Last Jedi. Gotcha. Yeah. If someone's like never seen Star Wars before, you kind of have to watch the original trilogy in order to make... I mean, there are some things that you could say that it kind of dates it, which I like totally understand. But like, I don't know. Otherwise, it's just a good, like, for introducing a concept, it just does it really. First three are sort of melded together. That's fine. That's fair. Okay. Oh, we got something going here. There we go. Oh, that's a good spin attack. Spinning's going really well. Just as I was talking, I was just basically making minor adjustments to everything. And it looks pretty good. There's nothing, you know, broken or janky with any of the you know, bones in the positioning. Now I just gotta animate him going back to his idol. And we should be good. Rex Xenoblade double spinning edge S tier. Dude, I can't wait to see it. I want to get Xenoblade 2 soon, I just don't have the money for it right now. That is definitely a game that I'm playing on stream. But before then, I don't know. Maybe I'll play some F-Zero 99 on stream. We'll see. We'll see what I feel like. There's a build that lets you spam that move infinite times. That's hilarious. Alright. When he's getting back up, I really need him to like get back into position. Because he is very leaning to the right. And I kind of need to center him a bit better. Also, I noticed we're getting a lot of the same songs on the YouTube shuffle. Is everything alright over there? Not that I mind. There's some good bops, but like, you know, mind a little more variety. Oh, let's see. Looks to be like, double spinning edge, double spinning edge, double spinning edge. Oh my god. If there's, you know, I love Xenoblade, and I love its, you know, I love the way it tells a story, and I love, you know, like, how it takes the formula and, like, just adds to it. But my favorite thing about Xenoblade is their, just, you know, battle grunts, their battle yelling. Yeah, exactly. Especially because I saw some clips and some gameplay of Xenoblade 3. Because in Xenoblade 1, you know, you just have the 3 party members and then everyone else just like hangs behind. So you're only hearing 3 people at a time. But in Xenoblade 3, you just literally have everyone. So it's just this massive like cacophony of just yelling at each other. That's just so hilarious to me. Like, you can barely make out what anyone is saying at any one time. And the thing that gets me about Xenoblade 1 too is the face mechon bosses and how they have like the horrible like bit crunchiness to their voice. Is so hilarious. Xenoblade 3 is the only piece of media that's made me cry. That, you know, I've heard that from other people too, and that really makes me want to check it out. That's why I'm very fascinated by Xenoblade. Because again, I really did enjoy my time with Xenoblade 1. There's just a lot to it that like felt like frustrating at times, like all the side quests and the level grinding and all of its menuing and systems and stuff like that. But Metal Face was spared from the filter. I mean, he kind of had the filter on him too a little bit. I mean, you could definitely tell the difference when I mean, I don't know who else is watching the stream. I don't have a viewer count with me right now. I don't want to give too much spoilers, but when the person comes out of that, it's like you could tell the difference between robot form and person form. But yeah. You know what? I feel like I just gotta... I'm not worrying about his foot placement yet. I'm just getting him into position. Xenoblade 1 has the opposite problem. You overlevel like crazy, because I like doing all the side quests. Oh, whoops, I did not mean to do that. The thing about Xenoblade 1 for me is I ended up being very underleveled because I did not like the side quests very much. I feel like Xenoblade 1 has a problem where the side quests just feel way too... Oh, what am I thinking of? Just way too samey. Just way too, like, I am a villager and I'm being attacked by this specific type of monster. Go kill these types of monsters. And, like, that's it. And that's every single side quest in the entire game. Also, you played the Switch version. Is it different in the Wii version? I genuinely wouldn't know. But yeah, that was basically my experience with the side quests. It's like, I understand now that you just want to activate as many side quests as possible so that you could just do them as you're playing. The ice physics were insane. I mean, they're a little bit messy in the Switch version as well. Like janky, I mean. It was fun. Gotcha. But yeah, no, the side quest felt very samey. I don't know if it's like that in Xenoblade 2, but yeah, the point is I ended up being very underleveled for like the final chapter of that game. I think that was my whole point with that. You increase your movement, you go crazy far. Gotcha. I think this is what I want. So it looks a little bit more natural. I'm just gonna kind of put his arm out over here. There we go. Stand him up straight a little more. Way less side quests. Gotcha. Higher quality. I see. Yeah, I know for a fact I've talked about this before, but my favorite side quests are the ones where it's like they're like actually fully developed like quests that you feel like you're doing and you feel satisfied doing them. Some side quests have cutscenes tied to them. Gotcha. Yeah, I think my favorite game that does like side quests like correctly, I think has been and still is the Yakuza series, because in Yakuza 0 at least, you're running around doing the main story and you run into these people who have like, you know, they're in dilemmas and plights and oh no, I need to do this thing or I'm having this problem, can you help me? Which it's like, that feels very bland at first, but once you actually start doing the side quests, they actually have like, you know, fully developed like dialogue and like the characters have like actual personalities and it's like a whole fully written like anime filler episode. Which it's like, that sounds bad, but it's like, it's just so hilarious to me how well developed the side quests are in the Yakuza series. But I gotta get back into playing that. I have Yakuza Kiwami, and I got like about halfway through, and then oh yeah, and then Tears of the Kingdom came out, so I stopped playing that. But I gotta get back into it. Or literally all the side quests are like that. They're all like fully written and like developed like episodes of an anime, and they even the side characters are like quirky in each of their own ways, and they have this like fully developed like story for them. It's hilarious. There's one where you're Goro Majima, and you're walking down the street, and this girl comes running up to you, and she's like, please, I need your help. And he's like, all right, what do you need my help with? And then she goes, can you go on a date with me? And then, they write it out as like shenanigans, and like, huh? What are you talking about? And she's like, oh, it's for my dad. I told my dad I'm dating this really gruff guy with an eye patch. And you gotta help me because I lied about my boyfriend, and now he wants to meet him for dinner. Oh no! So you do a whole thing where you go to dinner with this random girl and her dad, pretending to be her boyfriend. And yeah, that's basically the quality of the side quests in Yakuza. They're very funny. And they always end with you fighting some guy at the end, too. So, it's so fun. It's very fun and hilarious. I gotta animate his feet planting. Now, we've gotten this song multiple times, too, and it's a good song. But, like, we've gotten it a lot now. It's very interesting. Alright, I need to actually view this from under. Yeah, there we go. Move that foot back into place. Yeah, the playlist is on shuffle. I've always had a problem with the way YouTube shuffles its playlists, because when I'm listening to my music on mobile, because yes, I have YouTube Premium. It's just, I like listening to my music on YouTube, and I like to have YouTube closed on my phone in order to be able to listen to it. Alright, sue me. Shuffle ain't random, there's like an algorithm to it. Yeah. But it's like when I listen to it on mobile, it's like it only shuffles the part of the playlist that's loaded. So it's like I have to literally scroll down to the bottom of the playlist to load all the songs in order for it to actually shuffle, like, randomly. And then sometimes if I don't like how it shuffled the songs and I want it to, like, reshuffle it, sometimes it'll just shuffle it in the exact same order as before. So it's like the same seed of, like, shuffling. And I'm like, it's so annoying. We're taking another bite of the old sandwich there. It did this last time too. It, like, specifically after the Metal Gear Solid 2 opening infiltration theme, it just stopped playing it. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna refresh the page. I'm just gonna go back to the home page. I'm just gonna load up the playlist again. Because, like, I have a whole queue of... You know what? I'm just gonna scroll all the way down, and we're just gonna listen to Bomber Cyberfunk, because this has some good songs. Like, for example, this one. There we go. Yeah, there we go. We're almost done with stream anyway. Almost done with this animation. We'll end it off with some Bob vs. Cyberpunk. So what does YouTube Premium provide exactly, aside from getting side eyes from people? Exactly. It's... You don't get any ads, for one, which is another reason why I actually genuinely wanted to get it. Because I absolutely hate the amount of ads. So no ads, which, I mean, I suppose you can kind of get around with using an ad blocker, but, like, I use YouTube on my phone as well, so you can't exactly get an ad blocker on your phone. So no ads. You can turn the phone off and listen to YouTube. And I can't think of much else, actually. Just the no ads thing is very huge for me, I think, is what it is. And being able to listen to it. Those are at least the two benefits that I use the most. I mean, yeah, it doesn't stop NordVPN and Raid Shadow Legends, but I mean, hey, sometimes those ads can be very creative. If an actual content creator is like sponsored by them, or you know, they like make their own ad, it's like, you know, sometimes they can be pretty creative. Like there's this I don't know the name of the YouTuber, but there's this one guy who, as he's like promoting Raid Shadow Legends, he just has like a picture-in-picture of like his bunnies, you know, hopping around, and it's very cute. Most people just recite the same script. I mean, that's what you do, so I get that. But like, there are some content creators like that actually try and put their own spin on it. Like, I know Drew Gooden and you know, all those people. Who else am I thinking of? God, I don't know why my brain is absolutely short-circuiting right now. But like those content creators have their own, you know, spin on it. I know some of them by heart. Yeah, I totally get that. Daniel Gonzalo. Yeah, Danny Gonzalez as well is another one. Does a good job of putting his own spin on the advertisements. The way the foot is like rotating here is looking a little awkward. Fix that real quick. There we go. And then Catechirus ad reads. I used to watch Catechirus. I haven't really watched him that much recently. How does he do his ad reads? Oh, there we go. Yeah, now that looks good. There we go. It's a little janky. He has it in his contract that every ad must be done by Sell Out the Kite. Huh. Very interesting. Again, I haven't seen much of his content recently, so I'm gonna have to definitely check that out or something. The way this foot's going. Probably gonna fix that. Just heard about him from Twitter. Gotcha. Okay, there we go. That's better. I think the problem is I think I just need to hold the pose for the ending of the spinning animation a little. Or maybe this needs to be sped up or something. Try this. Okay, yeah. I think we need to twist more with the body over here. There we go. Let's make it feel more impactful. Just gonna break his arm by having it go directly behind him like that. How's that feel? Oh yeah, that feels better. Oh yeah, there is a new WarioWare. I totally forgot about that. Looks pretty good. It looks like an actual WarioWare game as opposed to the one where you just move characters around. Which also wasn't bad, by the way. I did play that one, and it was fine. It played well. But now they're actually incorporating, like, you know, going into poses and doing stuff with the Joy-Con, which I think is very, very creative. I wonder if they're not gonna bring back the mini game editor. It's like 1-2 switch with Wario. That's very fair. But yeah, no, it looks good. Oh yeah, I was gonna mention it's the now second of like, or well, what would it be? It's like now the fourth game on the Switch that actually uses the right Joy-Con's AR sensor. Cause let's see, there is 1-2 Switch, which uses it for the sandwich eating minigame. There's Nintendo Labo. There's now Trombone Champ on the Switch. You can use the AR sensor to play the trombone. And now a new WarioWare game. You actually use the AR sensor. I think that's very hilarious. Does the Switch reveal Ice Cube example count? I don't think I've seen that. Is that the... Well, that's the... if you're talking about, like, they're demonstrating, like, the HD Rumble and how if you, like, shake the Joy-Con, it feels like ice cubes clinking about in the glass. That's for the HD Rumble. That's not for... I'm talking about the thing on the bottom of the right... Yeah, that's HD Rumble. Yeah, I'm talking about the thing on the bottom of the right Joy-Con that's just like a camera. That only got used in like 4 games. It's very much the PS2 pressure sensitive face buttons of our time. I don't know if you remember that. The PS2 actually had like pressure sensitive X, square, triangle, and circle buttons. That's also a time. Some random anime game. I could see that. Alright, that looked pretty good. I think... Yeah, we already got the root motion down. He transitions into the idle seamlessly. Doesn't look jarring. But you didn't know about the PS2 thing? Yeah. Funny enough, Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 were like the only games that used it, because what you would do is, in order to ready your gun in first person mode, you would hold the squared button down lightly, and then you would release it lightly to put it away without firing. But then if you actually press it in harder, that's how you shoot it. And they did that in Metal Gear Solid 3 as well. And probably a few other examples, just that I don't know off the top of my head. But yeah, PS2 had pressure sensitive... PS2 and PS3, I believe, had pressure sensitive face buttons. But yeah, they were very gimmicky and they felt very weird. But yeah, only like 5 games used it. When Monkey Brain ain't doing that, just mash the buttons as hard as possible. I mean, basically. All right, I think we're good. I think we did it. I think, ladies and gentlemen, I think we got them. So we have you can push this down in the stack now. We have a right spin, and we have our left spin. Yeah, that looks pretty good. About the same length, and they move the character in roughly the same way, and the animations look pretty decent. That's the left spin and the right spin. Yeah. That looks good. There's some jank, but like it's gonna be jank. I'm not denying that. Now I think the hand's doing the weird W rotation quaternion thing, but I'm not gonna worry about it. It's hardly noticeable. I agree, it looks good. Thank you, Wiljo, for the genuine compliment. I can't believe you're able to see the stream and not watch it in audio-only mode. Wow. What a time we live in. But yeah, no, I think this looks good. So I think this is probably where I'm going to end the stream. Let me just mark it down that I did it. Control-C, Control-V. And... there we go. So, we still need to do 4 more animations, but right now I'm not worrying about that because working on animations takes so much longer than I thought it would. Whew, I'm just glad we got 2 of them done. Now I can put these in the game. I have all the other animations in the game. I just got to develop the system to make it work. iPad's been fake. So true. So true. It's been the fakest. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I'll see you on Tuesday. And on Tuesday, we'll actually be doing some stuff in Engine, so stay tuned. Goodbye. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.